This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, good morning. So today we will start learning about having clause. So why we use this having clause? Because like in the select statement, we whatever condition we want to give, we will be giving with the help of where, right? But we need to give the condition when something like where my count is greater than 5 or where my sum is greater than 100. So if you want to use the where clause with these aggregate functions, what I mean by aggregate functions is sum, minimum, max, count, like that. Those functions are called aggregate functions. Okay. So if you want to give some condition with the aggregate functions, you cannot use where. In that place, we'll be using having clause. Okay. So let's see the syntax. Select column names from table name where I'll give condition over here if it is optional again. Until now, sorry, where condition, and we have seen group by, right? Group by, we will give whatever columns we want in the group by, and here we'll be giving the having. After group by, we'll be giving the having. So having condition, and yeah, you can give order by for better sorting of the results, and also this is also optional. Okay, so this is the keyword here. After group by, we will be using having condition. So this is our syntax for having. So coming to having example, so we will take anything which we have done yesterday for the group by. Okay. So here I did something for the group by, right? So what it is retrieving me, it is retrieving the number of persons which are living in this particular city. Like number of persons in one city, it will be retrieving. Now I want to know the condition like how many persons are living in same city. Great, okay, one second. I want to know the persons like minimum 3 number of persons should live in the same city. So I want to know those cities. Did you get my point? So I want to retrieve the data where my cities is more than uh, three persons. Okay, I'll give the condition over here having. So I need to give the aggregate function count of person ID. I'll give the condition over here greater than 3. So what it means is it will retrieve me the data where my persons are greater than 3. Like where the persons live in the same city whose count is greater than 3. So I'll get only Vijayawada if you see. I want to give greater than or equals to 3. Then even 3 data is also retrieved. I want to say greater than 1. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 2, 3, 4. So in this way, if you want to have some data between it, like if you know the requirement, like what are all the numbers you want, and you don't want the numbers where single person is living in the same city. You want the numbers where more than one person is living in same city. Then you can use this. And if you know requirement perfectly, and if you want to tweak the query, you can do with this having clause. Now I am going to use, there is one more operator called exist. So what does it mean? So exist operator is used to test for the existence of any record in a subquery. I'll tell you what is subquery means, and returns true if the subquery returns one or more records. We will see the syntax. So select column names from table name where I give the exist keyword here. So I will give exist keyword, and then I will give bracket. I'll open a bracket and I'll give some query over here. Within the brackets, I'll give some query over here. That query we'll call it as a subquery. Okay. So we'll give some condition. Again, where condition is optional. So this is my syntax. So this particular query in the subquery is called as an this particular query in the brackets is called as an subquery. So we can have any number of subqueries we want. So we will see some examples.
This conference will now be recorded.
So we will see an example. So we have select star from customers and select star from orders, and we have two tables over here. I want to know something like, okay, don't have any column over here. Okay, so I want to know something like on some particular order date, how many how many customers are ordered on that particular order date. So how I can check that with the help of exist table. So we'll see that. So we need to know how many customers or what are all the customer names who has ordered on that particular day. So I'll give select. So I want to know the customer name. So I'm using the customers table first. So what I want to know, I want to know the customer name. So select customer name from customers table. Where exists. So I'll give a subquery. In subquery, I'll give orders table. Okay. So the thing is, I will clearly explain here what I'm doing right now. So there are two tables which are customers and orders table. So I want to know the customer names for which my order date is greater than 2020 July 2nd. Okay. So what I want to do is, it is in the year, month, date format. So I want to know the orders which were happened after, on or after July 2nd, 2020. Okay. So what I want to do, this customers data is in customers table and order date in orders table. So I just want to know if my data, if something, this data exists, only I should get this customer data. If this data is not existing, that means if this data is not true, then don't get me anything. So here we are filtering out the condition. If something is happening, only I should get the output. So if some order is there in this on or before the state, then only I should get the customer names of it. So this is what my subquery means. So I have given this condition like select star from orders where my order date is greater than so and so. I have so many like 2334 data we have, 2333 data we have, 2336 and 2337. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 data we have. But for all these 4, do we have customer name over here? No. So we should see, even though what happens is I should get 4 data. Fine. This is true because this is true, right? We have a data on or equals to July 2nd. But the thing is, we are having the data and we want to retrieve the customer name from customers. We are fine until this. But how do we know? How do we know that particular order belongs to that customer or not? So that condition, if you don't give, what happens, you can see. I have only 100 over here. After that, I have 452. But this 453 data and 120 data, it's not there over here. But still, I'm getting all the data. I'll just execute all 3. Okay. So now what is happening? In my result, I'm getting TES 92, which is 452 data, which is perfect because this condition is satisfying, right? This 452 data is satisfying my condition, perfect. Now coming to TES 20. TES 20 is customer ID 20, but do I have that customer ID over here? No. So we are getting all the customer names from the customers table just because this particular order ID is satisfied. I mean, this particular order date condition is satisfied, but this data is wrong because this orders doesn't belongs to the order date which are greater than it, and also those customers are not belongs to our particular order date, but still as this subquery is true, it is giving all the data from the customers. So in some cases this depending upon your requirement, in some cases this particular data is correct, but now in this case this data is not correct because these orders are not tagged to those customers. Understood? If this is my condition, if this condition is satisfied, I should get this output. That is what we are saying here. But to get this, if you need the correct results, we need to say that customer ID in the customers table is equals to order ID in the orders table in order to get the correct data. So let me put this condition over there. We'll see. We will only get the data which is satisfying this condition. See, test 92 and test 900. Test 92 and test 100 belongs to the customer IDs 452 and 100. So in this way, you can tweak your subquery, and depending upon your requirement, you need to get the data. And after getting the data, you need to check in this way whether your data is correct or not. So whether you need to tweak your query or you need to do any modifications in order to get the correct result. Okay, so this is about the exist. Exist will retrieve the data no matter if your subquery is true, then it will retrieve the data from the main select query. So this is what exist is, and similarly we have not exist. So what happens is if this same thing, if this data is true, if this data is true, we will be getting the data, and this particular data, that means greater than or equals to 202702. So it will not give the same condition. In this case, what happens, you can see. See, other than test 100, SQL and test 92, we got all the three. That means what it is saying, it is not satisfying this particular condition. It is not satisfying this particular condition, right? So depending upon your requirement, we will be using this not exist operator. In the similar way, we use the exist operator. So mostly we don't use not exist operator. Why? Because if you see this example, we can use, it all depends on your requirement. Okay. So here, if you don't give this customer ID in this particular thing is not equals to orders ID in this particular context, what it will do? You can check. See. It don't give me data. Why it don't give me data? Because I am saying that from the orders table, my order date is greater than or equals to 2027-2, right? So if this particular condition is satisfied, right? That means this particular condition is true. Then if this particular condition is true, then it won't retrieve any results for me. But if this condition is false, it will retrieve the results for me. You can check it. See, I'll make something like 2018, which we don't have in our query, and I'll put less than. So this condition, we know it's obviously a false condition. So now I'll get the data. See, I got all the data. Now you can give this condition in order to know the correct customer name. Even now it got the data. 1 second. So this is what the problem is with the not exist. So ideally what should happen if this condition is false, right? If this condition is false, we need to get the data. That is fine. But we also need to tell the system that our customer ID in this particular table should be equals to customer ID in the orders table. But anyways, it will take the condition like if this condition is false, then if this condition is false only, then it will retrieve the data. So in this case, if you give this particular data also, it will never mind, it will just ignore it. So that's why when your requirement demands only, you just use this not exist. If not, you can go with the exist operator. So and also it's very rarely used, so we will go with any all operators. So where this is used, like for the comparison purposes. So we will see first any operator. So when you use any operator, result is always Boolean. Do you know what is Boolean? Boolean means either 1 or 0. And returns true if any of the subquery meets given condition. So syntax goes in this way. So here I'll give the column name and then I will give operator. Operator means it can be any operator like equals to, not equals to, and greater than symbol, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to. So after that we use this any and we'll give a subquery. So in the subquery, what will you select any column name from table name, we'll use a condition. So let's see some conditions over here. We'll see the same seat in both the customers, and we'll see whether we have common seat over here. Should be column only, but we are not retrieving any data.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so yeah, sorry, I forgot something. What is it is, in order to do this particular any all, we need to have some like common column between both. So we don't have any common column between this persons and that particular table. So we'll see. So we have this address, we have this city, but ideally we do with this particular ID columns. But see, let's see whether we can do this or not. So, okay, I got the point here. So what's the point? Is select last name from customer name where my city is same and okay. So I think we learned from the mistake. So the thing is, we are saying to the first particular query that I want the last name from the person's table where my city because I'm taking because these are the common columns I can see in both the tables, city and address and city. You can also take the address. So what is happening over here is when I'm telling that city should be equals to any of this particular condition, I need to mention in the subquery the same column. The same column I need to mention. If you are not mentioning the same column, it will think like this is some other column and this is some other column, and definitely it won't give the result. So I am getting the last name from persons where my customer's name is city in Vijayawada. So if this any of this condition is true only, it will be retrieving the data. So I'll use some other data which is not available. But here the data will get. Let's see, we have a city called Mexico. Yes, we have a city called Mexico. And this data and this data is not similar. But here should get something. Okay. Let's stick on with Vijayawada, but for the another one, Mexico, we will talk about this in the next class because I'm thinking like from any perspective, if you are giving Vijayawada or some other thing, see, select star city from customers table. We have a city called Mexico. Okay, we have a city called Mexico, and that particular city we are saying like we want the data of the last name from persons where this city matches with that city. But what is happening is when this particular condition is not true, it's not retrieving the result. Okay, we will stick on with Vijayawada. I will tell you for the another one which is not matching with this. If this condition is false, what will happen? So right now we know if the condition is true, we are getting the result. If this condition is false, why we are not getting the result? We will talk about any and all again. Okay. So I'll go with the syntax. Okay, I got it right now, sir. So, okay, first of all, I'll tell you what is my NE is. Okay, so what this will do, this will result in either 1 or 0. 1 means true condition, 0 means false condition. And here I mentioned, right, returns true if any of the subquery meets given condition. Okay, if it will only returns true if any of the subquery meets given condition, and it will return false if any of the subquery is not meeting the condition. Again, true means 1 and false means 0.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hello? I was speaking on mute from so long, I guess. So where I was stopped, hello? I was speaking on mute from so long and nobody said to me. Okay. So I think we will discuss this any and all operator tomorrow again, and we will close it up almost all the important topics in SQL. But the thing is, you just practice and let me know if you have any doubts for the tomorrow's class. And maybe tomorrow's class is the last class we can have. And if you wish, if you have more doubts and all, we can have one more extra class to just discuss on the queries you have. So that's all, any and all we can discuss tomorrow as well. Okay, that's all. Thank you.